Good evening and welcome to ViGEO Quiz Night. This is November 18th and it's 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time. So thank you for all who have joined here, and we expect a few more of our participants to join. So wherever you're joining us from, good evening. Thank you for joining this first ViGEO Quiz Night, and we hope that you are keeping safe wherever you are in the midst of these crazy times. So for some of you who are joining us on YouTube, I'll be speaking on Zoom and it will reach there around 20 seconds late. So just hold on for that. But wherever you are, you will get the quiz links on time. So the quiz links will be posted a couple of times in the Zoom chat, and it's already been posted 3 hours back in our social media pages of Instagram and Facebook. So you can either get it from there or join it from the chat on Zoom. So thank you for joining. Just a few words of introduction before we start. If you are new to Zoom, two things that you need to take care. One is the audio. So you can join audio by clicking the mic button on the left, bottom left of your Zoom screen if you're on your phone or your laptop. So if you're not hearing this, you can probably see this and join the audio. And secondly, keep your videos off throughout. We will not be needing them. One, it will be distracting. Two, it will consume data. So please keep your videos off at all times. So before we start the quiz, just a few rules so that we are all on the same page. Please enter your full name in Mentimeter. Menti gives you a default setting. So whenever the space comes to put your name, enter your full name. And so that will help us in identification, and later it will avoid a lot of confusion because a lot of people with the same first names will be there. So please make sure that you put your full name on Mentimeter. It's 20 questions for 5 rounds. 18 of them are objective type. That means there'll be options. You can select the options, and 2 of them you need to type it in. And the objective type questions are timed. That means the faster you answer, the more points you get. The type in answers, however, there's no first come first serve. It's 20 seconds to put in your answers. So whenever you're confident of it, put in those answers within those 20 seconds. Whenever you put it, if it's right, you get the full points. Objective questions, there is a timer and there is points for faster answers. But the type in answers, there is no advantage for typing it fast. So you just need to put it right. That's the 2 things. Ensure good internet. There could be problems at our end, at your end. So make sure that you are in a spot where you can get maximum internet strength. So ensure internet. And those of you who are watching us on YouTube live, it will be slower by 20 seconds, but the Menti quizzes will be coming onto your screens at the same time. So just make sure that you're looking more at the Menti screen than the YouTube screen. In case you win, the top 5 winners will get a prize from us. Take a screenshot of that on your phone or laptop, wherever you are participating on Menti. Take a screenshot of that screen which says that you are first, second, third, fourth, or fifth. Others can take a screenshot. There's no prizes, however, right? So take a screenshot, keep it with you. That will be needed for verification later. So that said, 30 minutes, it's going to start immediately, right? So we're going to start with first round, 5 rounds of quizzing. We'll start with the first one, which is around the world. Okay, so please go on to your Menti screens right now. We are going to start the first round around the world. So on your Menti screen, you will see a space to put in your name. That's going to come up. This is the first round. So please put in your full name on Menti. So the space to put in your name is going to come up in a moment. Yes. Join the Menti quiz. Put in your full name on Menti, and I'm going to give you 20 seconds just to take care of those who may be on YouTube at the moment. They will be joining us a little late, but for those on Zoom, it will be almost immediate. You'll see the screens, hear my voice, all that in live. YouTube is 20 seconds delayed. So those of you who are on YouTube, make sure that you keep observing your Menti screen more. So just wait for a few more seconds. We'll start. Okay, so first round around the world. We're going to start in 10 seconds. Just waiting for everyone to join. Right, so just waiting for some of our friends who are joining on YouTube. Okay, so start in 5, 4, 3, 1. Remember, you get 15 seconds to answer these questions. Here is the first question coming up on your Menti screen. What does D in COVID-19 stand for? What does D in COVID-19 stand for? Is it disaster, disability, disease, or dangerous? What does it stand for? What does D in COVID-19 stand for? Remember, there's a timer. You need to answer fast. You get more points if you answer fast. All right, so that's about it. Yes, 145 of them answers are right. It is yes. COVID is D stands for disease. Right? The nomenclature was given by WHO. It was on February 11, 2020. World Health Organization announced the official name for the disease as COVID-19. It was formerly known as 2019 novel coronavirus or 2019 nCoV. And so D stands for disease. Okay, second question in the first round around the world on your Menti screens. Jacinda Ardern was recently re-elected as the Prime Minister of which country? Is it Australia, Austria, Belgium, or is it New Zealand? You've got 8 more seconds. Time is running out. Final 3 seconds. Time is up. The right answer, of course, it is New Zealand. New Zealand recently re-elected their Prime Minister. She is the PM of New Zealand. Jacinda Ardern has been serving as the 40th Prime Minister since 2017, and she got re-elected in October this year. Right, so question number 3 of Around the World coming on to your Menti screens. So you just have to type in the answer. Make sure you take time. There is 20 seconds. Type in the answer. Phoenix won the 2020 Oscar for the lead actor role in which movie? Take your time. Got 12 more seconds. Type in the right answer without spelling mistakes. No spelling mistakes allowed. Capital, small, that's fine, but no spelling mistakes. Right, 3 more seconds for you to type in your answer. Time is up. Time is up. The right answer. A lot of answers coming in. Annabelle, Polar Express, Dark Knight. A lot of answers. The right answer is Joker. That is the right answer. Joaquin Phoenix got the Oscar for the movie Joker. And he was indeed a serious Joker. And he won the award for, as you all know, Joker is the nemesis of Batman, and he played that role pretty well. Okay, the last question in Around the World, the 4th question in Around the World coming up on your Menti screen. World Expo 2020 will be held in which of the following cities? World Expo 2020. Shanghai, Beijing, Tokyo, or Dubai? Which city will host World Expo 2020? 3 more seconds to answer, and the time is up. Right answer is Dubai. Dubai. Unfortunately, this year, because of COVID-19, as with many other things, this event also was postponed. So Dubai will host the 2020 Expo in 2021. And the new dates are October 1 to March 31st, 21 to 22. And what you see on your picture is the outline of how it looks. It's one of the biggest exhibitions in the world, and will be hosted in Dubai. So after round number 1, let's have a look at what the scores are. After round number 1, we have a lot of people who got all the 4 questions right. The difference in points is because of the time difference. So Livson Thomas is leading with a slender 12-point lead. Archit Kaur, Huifa Khan, Kopal Saxena, Vidhi Sharma, Leena Prabhukumar, Medha Sri Saxena, Tanya Rastogi, Arun Cherian, and Shyam Krishna in the top 10. So this is going to be an exciting quiz out there. Right. So we will get back to the quiz in a moment. But before that, just a quick poll that we just want to know where you are coming from or what age group you are from. So you can, this is a Zoom poll. You can mention which of the following category do you fall into. Are you above 55? So that will be a baby boomer. Gen X, which will be 40 to 55 years. Millennial, which will be 25 to 39. Or Gen Z, which will be 10 to 24 years is what we're asking, right? So we will have these polls coming up onto your screen once in a while, let's close the poll in another 10 seconds. This is on Zoom screen. So we have a lot of Gen Z, that is those born in 2000, 2005, 95. So we've got a lot of people, 1995, 2015, yes. So 10 to 24 years of age, that is the majority here. Let me just share the results. We've got 78% from the Gen Z, and we've got 1% from the baby boomer generation, 5% from Gen X, 16% from millennial, that's where I am from, but we've got a vast majority from the Gen Z. So that's pretty interesting. So we have a lot of things lined up for Gen Z. So especially on 27th of November, we have a students webinar coming up for Gen Z students. So if you are class 8 and above or studying in college, you can definitely participate in this webinar. The details will be shared with you pretty soon. Okay, so let's move to round number 2. This is called All Things Desi. So this is about India, current affairs about India. This is what we will what we'll have in round number 2. So this, have a look at the leaderboard. You may not be in the top 10. This is the time to get going. Okay, so let's start round number 2. All things Desi, and the questions will come one after the other. All things Desi, round number 2. Okay, so same format, objective type. You just need to make the right answer. If it is type in, take 20 seconds to type in your answer. Question number 5, round number 2 on your screen. All things Desi, coming up in a moment. Okay, Vice President-elect of US, Kamala Harris' roots are traced to which Indian state? Where is her roots from? Is it Himachal Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, or Gujarat? 10 seconds. Time is now a little shorter. Make sure you answer within 10 seconds. No Googling, no time to Google. So Tamil Nadu is what most of you said. It is the right answer. She is not from Tamil Nadu. Her mother, of course, Shyamala Gopalan, hailed from Chennai before moving into Americas for her studies, and where she had these 2 girls. One of them will most likely, 99.99%, become the new Vice President of the United States. Okay, question number 6 from All Things Desi, round number 2. Here is the question number 6. National Institute of Virology, which was in the news all through this pandemic, is located in which Indian city? Is it Udaipur, Bhopal, Pune, or Lucknow? Which city hosts the National Institute of Virology? 145 of you could answer. 95 of you were confident and right. Yes, it is the one and only institute in India which is of this caliber of doing research on virology, on viruses. And so it's a lone ranger. Next one might come up somewhere in Punjab. That's what the talks are. So this was established in 1952 as a public educational institute, and it has been a key force in India's fight against COVID. So if you are from Pune, this is a great contribution of your city to the nation. Question number 7. Question number 7 coming up on to your Menti screen in a short while. All right, so question number 7 in second round, All Things Desi. This is it. Bihu is a state festival of which Indian state? Of which Indian state? Bihu is the state festival of which Indian state? Okay, so is it Karnataka, Maharashtra, Odisha, or Assam? Was the question from the options? And if you got good quizzes, hardcore quizzes, 108 if you got it right. It is indeed Assam, the northeastern state. It is a harvest festival, the northeastern state of Assam, that's celebrated to mark the shift in the sun's solstice. Rian Parag, I don't know if you saw the IPL match. He's from Assam and he did a few steps of Bihu after his team's win in a recent match. All right, so the last question. This is question number 8 from the second round of All Things Desi. The last question coming onto your screen in a moment. Which of the following cities, 4 options, is closest to the equator? Closest to the equator. Nagpur, Shimla, Bangalore, or Cochin? A little bit of geography here. 3 more seconds to take a guess if you're not sure. Nagpur, Shimla, Bangalore, or Cochin? Which is the closest to the equator? Oh my goodness, it's all over the place. It is Cochin because equator is much south of India, somewhere near Sri Lanka. So Cochin is the closest to that, and for that reason, Cochin is the right answer. So it is a cute city. If you are from Kerala, you know what I'm talking about. It's quite close from where I am right now. It's a major port city of Kerala and an economic hub of the state. So that being said, round number 2 was pretty exciting. A lot of ups and downs. Let's have a look at the scores. We have a lot of usual suspects from the top 10. Could be a lot of changes here after first round. Oh my goodness, Arun Cherin has come on the top with 7-2-3-6. Simran Mehra giving a good fight at number 2. Kopal Saxena, Kunfa Khan, Lena Prabhukumar, Shreyas, Tanya, Daniel, Medasri, and Livson. Livson, you've gone from 1 to 10. You have a few more rounds to reclaim your top spot. All right, so thank you for joining. I mean, some of you joined late, but we hope that you will catch up with us. So we're talking about the lockdown, and this has given us a lot of opportunities like this. So let me just ask you a question on the Zoom poll. The COVID-19 pandemic has made me, which of the following? More focused and organized? No change at all. More distracted and lazy? Which of the following applies to you? Remember, it's an anonymous poll. You can say the truth here. Okay, so we've got 55% who've put in the votes. We're just waiting for the others. And as the others put in their votes, just want to introduce 2 of our programs that's coming up. These are free webinars for students, teachers, for professionals. So one of them is an excellence workshop you're doing on the 4th and 5th of December. This is for professionals. So if you are a working professional, there are 2 workshops coming up for you for free, and please do check it out at the links that we sent you. If you are a student, we have student workshops starting on December 3rd. It's a weekly workshop. It's called Thrive Workshops. It was pretty successful last year. We did it in class sessions, but this year it will be online, and you can join from wherever you are after your regular classes. These will give you skills that will take you forward in your academics and in your life. So here's the poll results coming in. The COVID-19 pandemic has been helpful for me. It has made me more focused and organized, is what 55% say. 35% say it's made me more distracted and lazy. 11% say no, COVID can change me. I am the same. 11% are like that. So wherever you are, these skills workshops will definitely help you move forward. That being said, let's move to round number 3, goals and wickets. This is a sports round, and a few current affairs questions from the sports world is what we look at. And so this is called goals and wickets. And let's see how your sports current affairs look like. So round number 3, question number 9. All right, so coming up onto your screen, which of the following cities is not a venue for IPL 2020, which was not a venue? There are three cities which were, and one of them which is not, right? So is it Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, Dubai, or Doha, which was not a venue? All right, so 85 got that right. Yes, Sharjah, Abu Dhabi, and Dubai were actually the venues for IPL 2020. It had to be taken there out of India because of COVID. But Doha, however, will be the Football World Cup host in 2022 if things don't drastically change by then. So all these Middle Eastern cities are great sporting venues, and they are hosting a lot of events. Right, sports round question number 2 coming up on your screen. Question number 10, round number 3 coming up on your screen. Which is the highest sports award given to sports people in India? The Dhyanchand Award, the Dronacharya Award, is it Arjuna Award, or is it the Khel Ratna Award? 2 more seconds to get your answers in. 162 have answered Dhyanchand and Dronacharya and Arjuna Award. Yes, there are respectable awards, but the most respected, the highest award is the Khel Ratna Award. And it is named after the former Prime Minister, Rajiv Gandhi. And the first sports person to get this award in 1991 was none other than Vishwanathan Anand. And guess what? He's still playing and he's still on top of his game. So he's been an amazing sports person to watch out for. So that's Khel Ratna. It means a gem of sports, right? So that is question number 10. Question number 11, round number 3, coming up on your Menti screen. Kobe Bryant, who died in a helicopter crash, was a legendary player of which sport? Is it volleyball, football, tennis, or basketball? I know some of you more fans of this game are like, I mean, is that even a question? But there might be a few who may not know that. Yes, as I guessed it. So now 90 of you know that Kobe Bryant was a legendary basketball player, and he died in an unfortunate crash earlier this year along with his daughter. And I mean, he was an amazing player of basketball. All those who love basketball would stand testament to that. Right, so Kobe, a champ, and we salute him. The last question on the third round on sports coming up onto your screen, the 12th question out of 20. This is going to be an interesting ride. So 12th question, this is a type in question. Please type in your answers. Take your time. The postponed 2020 Olympics will be held in which city? Type in the city name, not the country name, just the city name. Take your time. You have time, but end it within the next 10 seconds. Which city will host the postponed 2020 Olympics? Got 5 more seconds to put in your answers. And 3, 2, and 1 is when we say close. A lot of answers coming in. Qatar, London, Chennai, Delhi. Oh my goodness. Oh, that would be great. Olympics were held here. The right answer is Tokyo. The city name is what we were looking at with the right spelling. Okay. If your spelling wasn't right. Okay, so that's it. Round number 3 is done. And just a quick fact, this will be held next year because it couldn't be held this year, obviously, because of COVID-19. It will be held in July to August 2021. And Miritova is the mascot for the next Olympics. All right, so let's look at the scoreboard, the leaderboard after round 3. Okay, after round 3, let's have a look at who is leading. Where do people stand? We may have a few changes. This board is going to keep changing. Oh my goodness, Gopal Saxena has been very consistent from the start and is on top. Leena Prabhukumar coming on top. Tanya Rastogi. Livson is back. Man, it's tough to keep you away from the top spots. Medha Sri Saxena. Arun has dropped from 1 to 6. And Satyam Saxena, Daniel Koshi, Timran Mehra, and Shreyas all in the top 10. I'm sure that a lot of you in the 9,000s. Don't worry. And just you've got 2 more rounds to take it forward, right? So I know that a lot of teachers here, and one of the things that we worked as ViGEO, and we have kind of evolved as a company, is working most closely with teachers. And so if you're a teacher here, we have an advanced teaching Gen Z coming up this Friday and Saturday, November 20 and 21st. So if you are teaching online, and if you're a student here, can you just put in the chat, Zoom chat, how is your teaching online going on? Like, are you enjoying your online classes? Just put in the chat. Let me see some of your chats coming in. Are you enjoying online classes, or are you like fed up? I just want schools to open up. So you can put that answers, put it to me at Davis Abraham in the Zoom chat. So if you're a teacher here, this is a workshop that that is to look out for. We have worked with close to 2,300 teachers over the last 6 months, and it's been a great joy for us to walk alongside a lot of teachers during this pandemic time. All right, so the quiz is getting pretty tight up here. So the last fourth round, there's one more round after this. The fourth round is what we call as Tech Matters, and let's talk about the tech world. We're going to talk about the tech world, how things are shaping up, all current affairs from the tech world in Tech Matters. Okay, so let's go to question number 13 in our 20 questions, the first one in this round of Tech Matters. Question number 13 coming up on your screen right now. Which Indian company acquired White Hat Junior, which is in the news for the right and wrong reasons? Is it Flipkart, Reliance, BYJU'S, or Vedantu? We've got 2 more seconds, pretty fast there. Which Indian company acquired White Hat Junior? White Hat Junior, yes, it is in the news quite often. It is BYJU'S, and White Hat Junior actually is an edtech company that teaches students coding one-on-one. A lot of crazy ads coming in, like if you join there, investors will come knock at your door and fight for your codes. I don't think that's true, but it's a good ad for marketing. It was acquired by BYJU'S, which is India's and I think the world's largest edtech company in terms of revenue and value. There's a lot of positive things going on in the edtech business. Okay, question number 2 or question number 14 overall in this round. It's the second question. Okay, so it's coming on to your screen in Tech Matters. Question number 14. Number 14 on your screen. What does T in IoT stand for? It's a popular technology phrase, IoT, a very used technology phrase, IoT. What does T stand for? Is it technology, things, tomorrow, or time? What does T in IoT stand for? Right, the right answer. Oh my goodness, that was a bouncer for many of you. IoT means Internet of Things. Internet of Things. So it's basically the idea is to connect all the small devices to the internet so that they work like a smart device. For example, there are smart fans, smart electricity bulbs that you can operate from your phone. Any object, any physical object, thing can be connected to the internet. That's where we have Siri and on all the other Amazon Echo and all that controlling a lot of other devices. So Internet of Things is going to be a big thing with sensors, software, technology, internet, connecting things. So that's the T stands for things. If you got that wrong, I'm sorry. That was confusing for some of you, but it is things. All right. Question number 15. This is the third one in this round. It's getting interesting. You need to watch this carefully. 4 options. Find the odd one out. Windows, Mac OS, Linux, Intel. Which is the odd one out? Windows, Mac OS, Linux, or Intel? You've got 2 more seconds to answer that. Which is the odd one out? All right, so 69 of you could get that right because the other 3 are operating systems, while Intel is a chip. It's a chip design and manufacturing company, and it's basically the hardware. It's basically the body of the computer or devices, whereas Windows, Mac OS, and Linux are the brain, the operating systems that work on this processor. So Intel makes that and the others run on that. So that's the odd one out, but definitely a great company. It's doing great jobs. Okay, so last question in the Tech Matters round. It's coming up onto your screen. The last question in this round. SpaceX and Tesla are associated with which entrepreneur? Which entrepreneur? Is it Richard Branson, Jeff Bezos? Is it Bill Gates or Elon Musk? Who is this guy associated with these fancy names? SpaceX, Tesla. All right, 75 if you got that right. It is Elon Musk. He is the famous founder of Tesla, well popular for making electric cars and batteries and solar products. SpaceX, I mean, it's been in the news quite often for renewable spacecraft. Usually a spacecraft was once a use it and a use and discard kind of policy, but Elon Musk and his SpaceX developing rockets that can be reused, sent and come back for for multi-purposes. So it's a great two companies to watch out for. A lot of geeky things happening in this companies. All right, so after round 4, the second last round, let's see who is in the thick of things here. We have a very tight race here. We have interesting, okay, the leaderboard is just tossing around here and there. Gopal Saxena has managed to keep the lead and is the fastest, I should admit. And Medasri Saxena, again, another Saxena on the top, and a Satyam Saxena. Oh my goodness, 3 Saxenas on the top. I hope they're not collaborating with each other for one space. Arun Cherin has managed to come back on 4. Meena Patakumar, Tanya Rastogi, Lifson is back on 7. Simran, Shyam, Krishnan, Shresh. So it's the usual suspects of the top 10 moving around up and down. One last round decide the fate of this quiz. Okay. One thing that we want to give out during this quiz is a free 1-month access to Prezi. Prezi is the software that I'm using right now to use to display my video and my presentation on the same screen. So they have a referral program that's running through November. And so you can click on the link that has been shared in the chat right now. Just click and keep it open, and you can fill it out, make a free account. You get 1 month of free Prezi Plus. It's a great tool. We have loved using it. It's a great tool for doing presentations. Instead of screen sharing, this is a beautiful way. So if you're a student, you want to make some video presentations, that's a good choice. If you're a teacher, it's a good choice. If you're a professional who needs to make presentations, this is a good choice. One more thing before we go to the last round, please like us and follow us on Facebook. So on Facebook and Instagram, you can find the same thing, ViGEO India. It's easy to follow. It's easy to remember. Just search for ViGEO India on Instagram and Facebook. You'll find our stuff there. A lot of content coming in. So please make sure that you like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram. So that being said, the last round, it's a mixed bag. It's basically one each from the world, from India, from sports and tech. One question each from the last 4 rounds. That's the final mixed bag round. And we will crown a winner after this in the next 3 minutes. Okay. So let's get started. So the leaderboard will be updated after each question because this is the final round. And let's see how it plays out. So the final round, the mixed bag, coming up on to your Menti screen in a moment. Okay, right, so it's question number 17, last 4 questions. Are you guys ready? Here we go. 17th question coming on to your screen. World Health Organization, WHO, is based out of which city? Based out of which city? Is it New York, Zurich, Geneva, or London? Which city is the base for WHO? All right, so that was a tough question for many of you. It is Geneva. UN is based in New York, but Geneva is WHO's base. So who's in Geneva? So it's been pretty in the news for the fight against COVID-19 and giving guidelines and setting up parameters and helping governments to move forward. And Tedros Adhanom, the former Ethiopian Foreign and Health Minister, is now heading WHO. Okay, so let's have a look at the leaderboard after this round. 3 more to go, 3 more questions to go. We've got a few people missing out. Let's see how this pans out after question number 17. Gopal Saxena, Satyam Saxena, and Medasri Saxena interchanging their places on the top. Arun and Reena in the top 5. Let's go to the next question. Question number 18. This is from the Indian section. This question number 8. The current health minister of India is it Nirmala Sitharaman? Is it Ravi Shankar Prasad? Is it Dr. Harsh Vardhan? Or is it Dr. S. Jaishankar? Who is the current health minister of India? The right answer has to be one of the doctors, and it is Dr. Harsh Vardhan. So I was just reading about it. He is an otorhinolaryngologist, and I was like pretty confused. I've never heard of this. Basically means he's an ENT specialist or a surgeon, and he's the current Minister of Science, Technology, Health and Welfare, Family Welfare and Earth Sciences. So who is leading after this question? The third last question. Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Okay, so I think Kopal Saxena is pretty comfortable on top. Medasri has come back in the second position, Satyam in number 3, and Arun and Leena at number 4 and 5. Okay, so here we go. Question number 19, the second last question. This is from the sports world. Here is your question. The Indian Super League or ISL 2020 will be played in which state of India? Is it Maharashtra, West Bengal, Kerala, or Goa? It's only in one state. It used to be different places, but this time it's only one place. Which state is going to host ISL 2020? Okay, the answer is all over the place. It is the beautiful, beautiful state of Goa. So it's going to be a Goan soccer carnival, and because of COVID-19, it's all in a bubble in a few venues across Goa, and that's where the games will be. So let's have a look at the leaderboard. The second last question before we move to the final question. Who is, oh, a lot of the people on top missed out. Oh my goodness, this is going to change a lot of things in the leaderboard. Oh, not much, just the few places exchanged at the bottom. Kopal Saxena, a comfortable lead on the top. I'm sure that the others will find very difficult to catch up with that deficit that they have. Let's go to the final question. This is the last question, final question of the mental quiz. What is the parent company of Google? What is the parent company of Google? Is it G plus Infinity, G Capital, or Alphabet? Which is the parent company of Google? 2 more seconds for you to answer that. Some of you have heard about it, some have not. It is Alphabet. Yes, Alphabet is the parent company of Google, and it was recently in 2015 restructured. Larry Page and Sergey Brin, the founders of Google, they kind of restructured the whole company, and Google is now a subsidiary of Alphabet. That's the parent company, and that's what is controlling the whole thing. So Larry Page, Sergey Brin are with Alphabet, and Sundar Pichai is with Google, one of their subsidiaries. All right. So before we go to the last final leaderboard, just a shout out to just a few things that we are doing. November 2021, this weekend, it's a teacher workshop. If you're a teacher, want to upgrade your teaching skills online, you're welcome to join us. If you're a professional who wants some sort of refreshing content on growth mindset and on the topic of Kairos, making most of the time, you're welcome to join the professional work webinars that's coming up on December 4 and 5. Thrive workshops start on December 3. And there's a free students webinar. If you're a student from class 8 and above, you're welcome to join us on November 27th for a students webinar. And the Prezi link, you feel free to make an account for a month and follow us on social media. All of this details, the links will be shared in the Zoom chat right now. And all of that will be shared to you in a moment. So as we think about how to move forward with all these different options coming up your way, or the webinars coming up your way, let's have one final look at the scoreboard, the leaderboard. Let's see how this all pans out. Okay, so this is getting really interesting. A lot of people got it right in the last question, and at the moment we've got Kopal Saxena. Kopal Saxena has been consistent with the quizzing. So let me just unmute Kopal Saxena if you're okay. Can you just unmute your mic and let us know where you're joining us from? Could you just unmute your mic, Kopal, if you're okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so where are you joining us from?
Lucknow.
Lucknow? Are you joining us from Lucknow?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so thank you so much. I mean, it's been a consistent performance. So just a query, is Medasri and Satyam part of your family?
No, sir.
Okay, so it has been pretty interesting to see a lot of people with the same surnames on the top. Thank you, Kopal and Medasri, Satyam, Leena, Arun, Manishta, Anujit, Daniel Koshi, Shreyas, and Tanya Rastogi, who have finished in the top 10. So how did you like today's quiz? So that's coming up on Menti. You can give us a feedback there. So that will be open in your Menti chat. So you can just let us know your feedback, or you can give us another feedback on the Zoom poll. So either whichever it's convenient for you. There's an objective feedback. The other one is It's more of where you can write your thoughts. Let us know how you felt. It's our first time you're doing this, and so let us know how you felt through these webinars and the quiz especially. So let us know your feedback on Menti, and just put in your votes on Zoom. And so there's 5 questions here: question difficulty, presentation style, informative, which webinar is interesting to you. Will you join for future quiz nights? Right. So this is just an introduction from us. We would love to hear from you. Thank you for joining. Those who won the first 5 places will get a response call from us by tomorrow. And the first prize is an Amazon gift card. Second prize is a wonderful book that we recommend, Deep Work. And the other 3 get discount coupons for the future webinar. So thank you so much for joining. I hope you had fun. You learned something new. We overshot the time by 10 minutes, but please fill us the feedback forms and let us know how you thought about today's program. So thank you so much. Have a great night, and let's keep learning through this pandemic. Take care.